Hello everyone, Seek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing Tarantulus. Yeah, that could use some improvement for sure. Anyway, today I'll be reviewing Transformers Legacy, Predacon Tarantulus, and I think it's a perfect figure to be reviewing in the month of October, as that is the spookiest month of the year. And there he is, absolutely lovely Tarantulus in his robot mode, and there he is in his box. And on the side, standard artwork. On the back, he transforms in 19 steps, and there is his tech spec QR code if you'd like to take a look at that. So let's get this terrific, terrifying tarantula out of his box. And here we have this beautiful specimen out of the packaging, and he is absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's take a look at his, well, at all of his awesomeness. Right now he does have both weapons in his claws. There is the saw weapon. I don't really remember it from the show. It was probably in the show at some point, or it came with the original toy. And let's go ahead and set that outside. Well, okay, it's black plastic with a silver painted blade. Non-spinning, of course. And then a completely black, I guess, web shooter grappling hook gun thing. All black plastic. Wish they had done this in silver, which they could have easily done. I mean, they made this blade silver. Why not make that? Anyway, that's not the main event. The main event is Tarantulus. Besides, he doesn't need those weapons necessarily. His legs are guns, and he can go like he did in the show, which was pretty cool. Although it seems like kind of unfair advantage when you have 8 guns that can fire simultaneously. Anyway, let's take a look at that chilling detail. His head is done in purple plastic with green for his mandibles and yellow for his eyes and other accents on his head. And he has purple for his chest, black for his crotch plate with green beady what's supposed to look like eyes, which it's not eyes for the spider mode at least, and then purple for his claw hands with gold paint on them. These don't look to be as brittle or delicate as Black Arachnia's claws, so hopefully they won't break like hers did. That was very upsetting. Anyway, he does have black and purple for his thighs, and the same green. It's almost like a neon green, but not quite, and it looks almost like it should glow in the dark, which it does not. And then yellow for his feet, which do seem to have quite a bit of ankle tiltage. It makes me wonder, did they put the feet on the wrong side? No, never mind. What am I thinking? Wrong thing. Okay, yeah, they are on the right side. Anyway, articulation. His head is on a ball joint because he can look up and down a little bit, so he can nod his head in agreement. A tiny little bit of wibbly wobbly, and it could do a full 3. Well, actually, it can do a full 360. Okay, arms can go out about that far before spider legs get in the way. There is bicep swivel, which kind of just moves the legs like crazy because they are attached to the upper arm. There is also a wrist swivel, pretty much, or upper arm swivel. It's kind of weird. And then he does have, I guess, a bicep joint. It's a really weird place, but he does get about 90 degrees bend there. He does have a waist swivel, and it's just a swivel that's a mushroom peg. It would be kind of cool if it was a ball joint. Then he'd have a little bit of an ab crunch. You can do pretty much the full splits. You can kick forward about that far, back about that far, and he does get excellent bend at the knee. So, but that's also partly for transformation, but great articulation nonetheless. And he does have quite a bit of ankle tiltage, quite a bit indeed. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. So, well, one last thing. We should probably do a couple of comparisons. So let's go ahead and bring in bring in a fellow, not arachnid. It would be nice if I did have black arachnia here, but I unfortunately do not. But let's bring in Waspinator. Anyway, here we have Waspinator. You can see how they are together. Waspinator is a little bit shorter than his arachnid compatriot. They're not exactly friends. I mean, Tarantulus threatened to eat him one time because Waspinator was calling him fat, pretty much. And let's bring in his favorite maximal kitty as well, Cheetor. And see how they are side by side. Obviously, he's from Legacy, he's from my kingdom. They're about the same size height-wise in robot mode. And yeah, he's been ensnared one too many times by Tarantulus, often looking for a snack or lab rat. Well, I mean, he could use rat trap. Anyway, without further ado, Tarantulus terrorize! Okay, he is pretty fun and also fairly simple to transform, but I say that now, but you know, on camera. Okay, so you kind of want to pull this down. It says to pull this down and then pull this up, but in my experience, it does not want to do that unless you rotate to the side, but you flip out the spider head, clip into place, and then you can go ahead and rotate this around. Get the spider bum tabbed into place right there. If you want to store this weapon right here, you can do it right now by plugging in like this. Although personally, I don't really care for the way it looks, so I'll just leave that off. But you can, but if you want to put it on there, you should probably put it on now before it gets, well, too crowded. Anyway, you just close that up. You pretty much just accordion his legs. Although it can be a little tricky to get this tab lined up just right, but with a little bit of working, you can get there. You just pretty much squeeze them in wherever you can, and hopefully without the foot rotating the whole time. Then there we are. Get that in there, and there we have the spider bum complete. And then for the arms, just pretty much take them, rotate around, you bring them down, and then, although it's not completely how the instructions want you to do it, but I just find it a little bit easier, and then just tweak it as you need to do it. And you just want to have his claws facing like that, like a spider's mandibles, although he already has a setup there. Don't remember if this is accurate to the cartoon, but it's definitely a better solution than just having him on the underbelly. I think this actually looks pretty cool. And then once you get it all kind of lined up, you want to get the spider legs to tab into the spider body, like so. And that came undone, but you just get it pressed together. Rotate these as necessary to get them to your liking. And they can bend outward. If they can bend inward, that might be a little more interesting, because maybe you can make them grab something a little bit. But that is about it to get him into spider mode. And my, is he a nice tarantula indeed. I feel like he pulls off being a tarantula a lot more than Black Arachnia pulls off being a Black Widow. Although she is good in her own right. Wish I had her for a comparison, but alas I do not. So let's bring in our favorite whipping boy of the Beast Wars cartoon, Waspinator. And here he is, side by side, and hopefully one would like to think a wasp could easily take on a tarantula, but then again, who knows? Who knows who would win in a fight? I'm sure they fought before. Given Tarantulas' cunningness, Tarantulas would probably win. So let's have Waspinator buzz off for a moment. And is Cheetor, next to Tarantulus. He's definitely looks like he could stomp the spider into the ground, but considering how often he has ended up in his webs, I don't like his chances. Anyway, that's about it for Transformers Legacy Tarantulus. And if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a spooky Halloween.